Hey everyone, my name is Cortland and welcome back to my movie reviews. This time we are doing Disney-Pixar's Coco. So first of all, I need to get out of the way that this movie has been out for well over a month now, so this review is going to be extremely late. I apologize for that. I did not want this to be the case, but the holidays happened, so there's that. You guys should understand. There you go. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into the review. Okay, so I honestly loved the heck out of this movie. This movie is one of the best movies I have seen in a long time, and I don't know about you, but it definitely made me cry. It hit me in the feels hard. Alright, I cried in the theater. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I would do a little bit of what's good and what's bad, but honestly, there isn't really anything bad about this movie that I have to say. I see very little flaw in this movie. That's how much I enjoyed this movie. Like, I cannot tell you how much I appreciated it, especially at the time it came out too. I really needed that. It has a very heartwarming message, and it's just... Okay, so Coco follows this young Mexican kid who's growing up with the family that makes shoes. And their thing is, their little backstory is that they don't want music around, period. Like, they have banned music from their entire family because of what happened in their past generation of family. And the young kid, Miguel, I believe is his name. It's been a while. I'm sorry if I messed that up. He's really into music, but he's trying to keep that a secret from his parents and the rest of his family. And there just happens to be this little competition coming up, like this music competition or whatever. And he tries to go to that. Shenanigans happen, and then the story takes off from there. But it's just like the entire movie is so beautifully made. The story is amazing. Pixar always knows how to make good stories with different characters. That's one thing I love about them. They know how to do that perfectly. Sometimes they'll have misses, Cars too, but overall Disney knows how to make good movies. And they know how to incorporate different cultures in it too. Like Moana, for example, last year. It's not Pixar, but it's still part of Disney. Like just Disney in general. They know how to incorporate all these different cultures into the movies and just create an awesome story with different lessons to be learned in them, and it's so beautiful. But anyways, not only is the story amazing, but the visuals are amazing. The animation is spot on. I loved everything I saw in every part of the movie. It was just the most amazing experience to just sit down in the theater and see this movie. And one other thing that really got me loving this movie is the soundtrack. The music they have in this movie, the scores, they are so beautifully well made. I cannot express that enough. Every bit of music in here fits so perfectly with this. It was just overall such a great experience to go see this movie. I'd recommend seeing this in the theaters, but at this point, who knows if it's still in theaters? I think some major theater chains have it. So if you have one of those in your area and you see Coco still in there, and if you haven't seen it, go see it. I really can't recommend that enough. You need to experience this in the theaters. Speaking of experiences in the theaters with this movie, okay, so there is one thing I have to nitpick about this. Not the movie itself, but what comes before the movie. Or what did come before the movie, because they removed it after a while. After 3 weeks of it being in theaters. The Frozen Olaf short, alright? Disney-Pixar always has a short before their movies. And usually they don't take too long. They don't take too much of your time away from what you want to experience, what you came to the movie for. But this short was almost a half an hour long, and I did not appreciate that whatsoever. It almost took me out of the experience completely. I was about ready to just walk out of the theater at that point. The short dragged on for way too long. But I'm glad they removed it after a little while. There were a lot of complaints about it from people, and they eventually removed it because of that. But in reality, Disney had stated that that short would have been removed over time anyway, so it didn't matter whether people complained or not. It was still going to be gone after a little while. But still, that's something they should have just saved for a TV special. They should have made an original short for it. But other than that, I don't have any problems with this movie. It is beautiful. It is awesome, heartwarming, very family-friendly movie. Should definitely have the entire family sit down and watch this together, if you can. Eventually it'll come out on DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. So if you haven't seen it and it's no longer in your local theaters, wait for it to come out, get it, sit down with your family, and watch this amazing masterpiece from Pixar. Alright, so my score for this is, well, it's gotta be a 10 out of 10. I freaking loved it. That's it. 10 out of 10. And this was actually my favorite movie of the year. I made a top 10 list of favorite movies, and this was number 1. It was really hard to choose from 3 or 4 different movies as the number 1 spot, but Coco definitely takes number 1 in the end for me. Alright guys, what did you think of the review? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Have you seen the movie? Have you not seen the movie? Are you gonna go see it eventually? Leave your thoughts down below of what you thought of the movie, or if you're wanting to go see it, and make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with more movie reviews. Stay awesome. Grr.